An Amber Alert to tell you about has been issued for a 1-year-old child who police say has been taken by a double murder suspect and also a former Yakima police officer, where he has been spotted coming up at noon.
We have a perfectly sunny day overhead, and while today will be our warmest day of the week, we're tracking when our next storm system will be later on.
People need 6 months to move, easily, if not more.
Plus, renters may be impacted by the new ordinance discussed by the Spokane City Council last night. Today at noon, how things could change for landlords and renters alike. Hi everyone, it is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we have a lot of breaking news to get to this hour. So we'll begin with this. The Spokane Valley Police Department is asking for your help in finding a missing 12-year-old girl. According to Spokane Valley Police Department, 12-year-old Gianna Emra did not return to her group home after school on April 19th. She is described as 5'5", 120 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes as well. She was last seen wearing green and blue plaid pants and a black hoodie. According to the Spokane Valley deputies, Gianna has ties to the Vancouver area. However, it is unknown if she is returning there or if she is still in the local area. So if you have seen her or know her location, you're asked to call Crime Check. That number is posted at the bottom of your screen. Also, this is just coming into our newsroom. The Shoshone County Sheriff's Office is requesting the community's help in locating Gene Jacobs. Gene is the head pastor at Real Life Ministries in Pinehurst. He has been missing since about 5:30 this morning. He was last seen wearing a backpack with a blue jacket, blue shoes, and a baseball cap. If you see him or know his location, you are urged to contact the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office right away. And we are tracking a story we first brought to you this morning out of Richland. An Amber Alert has been issued for a child who police say was taken by a double murder suspect. Police say Elias Huizar is a former Yakima police officer and that he took off with 1-year-old Roman Huizar. He reportedly took the child from West Richland and now may be heading to Mexico. Portland police say he was spotted driving a black sedan just a few hours ago, and they say they are dedicating major resources to finding him. WSP says Huizar is accused of killing both his ex-wife and girlfriend. Officers believe he shot one of the women outside of an elementary school near the Tri-Cities on Monday as school kids were being released. Police then found the other woman dead in his home. He is also a former Yakima police officer who was supposed to go on trial yesterday for child rape. This is a developing situation. We'll be sure to keep you updated with all the information, always on KREM.com and throughout the day.
People need 6 months to move, easily, if not more.
The surest, most effective way to deliver predictability to tenants is to increase the supply of housing.
I urge all of you voting on this, remember how much it would hurt you to try to pay for the cost of move today.
Spokane City Council discussing rent prices within city limits. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones walks us through how this change will affect both landlords and the renters.
Yeah, well, the ordinance that's being discussed right now would ultimately require landlords to give tenants more advance notice of a rent increase. Currently, the state law mandates that you give those tenants 2 months of a notice, but if City Council passes this ordinance they're discussing right now, it would double the time to 4 months notice for increases of 3% or less and 6 months notice for more than 3% increases. The ordinance says almost all Spokane renters pay more than the recommended 30% of their income to housing. KREM 2 crews spoke with both proponents of the ordinance and a longtime landlord in Spokane who says it comes down to supply and demand that impacts the pricing.
The city's trying to solve the symptoms of an affordability issue without really looking at the root cause.
Really, at the end of the day, I think one thing that we do share between renters and landlords is to keep people in their homes.
So last night's City Council meeting was just a breakdown and discussion of the proposed ordinance. The plan is for council to vote on the ordinance next week, and if it's passed at their weekly council meeting, the new rules and regulations would go into place starting on June 1st. But for now, reporting outside of City Hall, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
In the meantime, we are tracking a story that we first brought to you yesterday at noon, a change in leadership at Gonzaga University. President Thane McCullough announcing he will be retiring at the end of the next school year. The announcement was made in an email to students, alumni, and staff. McCullough has worked at Gonzaga for more than 30 years and has been the university's president since 2009. He said that higher education is at a time of great change and that there's much more to be done to position Gonzaga for continued success. In a press conference, he said that it's time to prepare the way for others to lead Gonzaga well into the future.
I believe today that Gonzaga is in a much stronger position. It is poised for many wonderful new successes going forward, and I'm truly excited about the possibilities that lie before it.
Gonzaga University's Board of Trustees is currently preparing for the presidential search. Their next step is to appoint a search committee. So we'll keep you updated on that. All right. It is 12:06 right now. Turning to our forecast, we are joined by the one and only meteorologist Thomas Patrick. And Thomas, we are seeing some pretty mild temperatures throughout the region today. So everybody wants to know, can they expect it to stay the same, or is it going to get warmer?
Absolutely, Laura. Today, I do think today is going to be the warmest day of the upcoming week, but today and tomorrow and at least a bit on Thursday are all looking like phenomenal days overall. You can tell exactly how bright it is outside. There is nothing more than cirrus clouds around my head from our outdoor weather center, and yes, we have already gotten into the 60s as of the lunch hour here. We are climbing close to 70 degrees later on today. Here's your window out towards Riverfront Park. Again, just nothing more than some hazy cirrus clouds way up in the sky. And there's your current temperature in the low 60s with the winds pretty much calm out here. Just a picture perfect day. Now, our computer modeling is picking up on those cirrus clouds, and there is quite a few of them, so it's plotting them as mostly cloudy, but let's face it, the sun is going to cut straight through that, no problem whatsoever. You actually take a satellite view of this, and it is so thin in terms of that cloud coverage. Very stable, very pleasant weather for today. So here are the high temperatures. A few spots may get very close to 70 degrees, including out of Moses Lake and for the Lewiston area. Today should be our warmest day. Tomorrow pretty close, but Friday a completely different story. So coming up, I'm going to detail just when that next storm system is set to arrive. So look for those details in a few minutes.